Good evening, fellow video game nerds, and welcome to Why Are You Watching This and Not Games Done Quick. It's a thing where people do video games at a rather rapid pace, and it's rather good. Go watch it. Just go. You still here? I don't know why. Whatever. Welcome. Hello. Welcome to Texas Toymaker plays MVM for the purposes of the Do All the Tours challenge, aka we have a demo with 1,400 or 3,000. A demo man with 1,346 tours, therefore I don't need to try. So I'm just gonna kind of mumble around, play a bit of engineer, and maybe tell a story or two. I don't know. I've got some stories. Like, Chuck, where you been? I'll tell you where I've been. I've been playing lots of Deus Ex Human Revolution to be precise. You know, one game that requires Adam Jensen to say I never asked for this, and 2013 memes. You know, this was everybody loved. Good old Crit Wrench. But yeah, Deus Ex was alright. It's been pretty good so far. I'm currently in Singapore, which I believe is towards the end of the game, and I'm trying to get it done before Mankind Divided comes out, because, you know, that's the video game that also comes out, as Adam Jensen saying, I also never asked for this. And Illuminati confirmed, or something. They're involved in one way or another. I don't know how exactly, but whatever. We'll soon see. I'm also mucking about with some of the good old Steam sale games I've bought. Mostly, at the moment, the Evo Land game, which is a cute little Final Fantasy / Legend of Zelda clone that kind of doesn't really play as well as the two parts it's made up of, but it's still fun enough that it's not too terrible. I think I'm getting towards the end of it, and I'll be finishing that probably later tonight after I'm done doing this. So, yeah, that's what I've been doing. So, stories. I have a sister, and my sister has a car, and my sister's car has an airbag light on it, and that airbag light was on, even though there was nothing wrong with the airbag. You know why it was on? Because there's a bug with Fiat Puntos. Now, I would show you what a Fiat Punto looks like, but this video is going to be like 40 minutes long, and rather than edit, because I'm lazy. So, that's the end of that. Oh, it's a Sanders Scout, I was going to say. But yeah, so, my dad's like, yo, Michael, you're tech savvy, right? Unlike me, who types with literally one finger, because I'm fucking nearly 60 and doesn't know how to internet. So he's like, yeah, I am tech savvy. And he's like, alright, good deal. Would you kindly, he says, as per Andrew Ryan, so that's the kind of guy my dad is. He doesn't game at all. He's just kind of the guy who just goes, you will do this, because I say so, because you're living in our house. And because it's our house, my rules, get on with it, do the thing, get the stuff. Ignore that medic, that was a slip of the keys. So yeah, I ended up in a situation where I've got to try and fix this check airbag light because Dad isn't tech savvy and it requires a cable and a connection to the car's onboard computer. Now, if you don't know, most modern cars now have a onboard computer that requires you to pull out the like a side panel basically and plug in a lead. So a couple of weeks ago, I think, we get this lead. The lead is basically not the right kind of lead we're after, but I don't know that at the time, so I spent about 4 hours piddling about with this stupid laptop lead that's not even the right one. I downloaded like 3 different versions of this software from like 2009 to 2003. No, sorry, all the way around. From like 2009 onwards, keeping in mind it's mid-2016 and everything's outdated. The majority of this stuff doesn't work with Windows 7, or it says it doesn't work with Windows 7, but it totally does. It's just that we don't have the right lead. And after 4 hours of mucking about, my dad goes, oh, right, okay, I've just sort of, after much of your chagrins and grumblings going, why is this not the right lead? Why doesn't this work? I'll make it work. I don't care. I will keep trying. I'm a persistent fucker, and I don't like to be beaten. So, get this lead. And my dad goes, no, it's not the right lead. And I'm like, for fuck's sake, Dad, you could have said something about that, like, earlier or something. But he's like, nah, mate, it's alright. Whatever. Well, those 2 guys are going to die. Good. So, finally, after much debate, we find out that it's the wrong lead. And then my dad goes, alright, I'll order a new lead. So, about, I don't know, 2 days, maybe a week later, he finally figures it out. Finally, the lead arrives. I connect it up, and oh, I forgot to mention the best part. Now, there's 2 laptops in our house. Number one laptop is my old laptop that I had for going to uni with, where I didn't have a desktop PC because, you know what, I'm an idiot, and I thought, hey, I'll get a laptop because that's convenient, right? Even though the thing weighs a fucking metric fuck ton. And it'd be a great idea, nice and portable, and it'll be great for lectures and stuff. Nope, too big to even fit on the desk. Poor idea. Doesn't matter though, because after that, basically tried that laptop because it's old as shit and because it's on fire. What do you want? What do you want, soldier? Do you have a million tours? 203. What do you want? You can type something, or you just shoot my sentry? I don't know. Anyway, so old ass laptop decides that with the current status it's in, the keyboard doesn't work properly, and it appears that the keyboard's been pressed down in such a way that the combination of buttons makes the search command come up. So, after booting it up and waiting for a little bit as it lags and loads and takes 2-3 minutes to load up, because actually more like 5 minutes because it's an old laptop, it finally pulls up about 500 to 600 fucking search bullshits. And those are just... It's just the search box over and over and over again. And I'm just like, what the hell is this? Why have I spent like 2 and a bit hours on this PC trying to get, this laptop, trying to get this stupid fucking search function to work? And then it just... Oh, sorry, not these software to work. And then search function is just pulling up. I'm like, I give up, get my sister's laptop. Now, my sister's laptop is fine. It's just that she stopped using it after getting, I think, an iPad, maybe, because casual and iPads are great, right? To my not surprise at all, it turns out that my sister's laptop is completely full of malware, because I'm an idiot and I think cleaner, I'm trying to get backstabbed here, cleaner means it's gonna have fucking perfectly good back off spy. Go backstab a medic. Ah, good deal. So, uses the loose sort of definition of cleaner as a good idea to basically, you know, be geniuses and go, oh, I'll just install this. No. I'll install all this software. This will be a good idea, right? No, it won't. Don't be such a fucking moron. So, after closing down this malware for the 4th or 5th time, I have a great experience with the fact that this PC is using 100%... No, I didn't even clear the malware out, I just closed it. So, I get the enjoyable experience of fucking closing all this malware bullshit, and promptly after that, it turns out that all this malware is using all of the CPU. And that's great, because that's exactly what I want to do in my time. I want to spend 2 to 3 minutes opening anything should I say, like the device manager or any of that shit, because all this malware bullshit is using up all of the CPU, and I can't be asked to uninstall it, because it'll take just as long to uninstall it as it would to just do it with the shit still in there, or with the malware in there, than actually spending the time to uninstall it, because there's like 4 or 5 different programs, and I'm like, screw this. No, I'm not dealing with it. So, after all this fucking hullabaloo, oh, just another side note as well, anytime I restarted it, I had to get her to enter the password, because God forbid I know the password to an old fucking 4-year-old laptop, you know, that she never uses. Because know the password to that, oh, no, can't have that. Can't have that, no. Sorry, medic. I'm helping your case here. But yeah, after finally doing all that, I managed to get all the software up and installed the day before the shit. Say goodnight, nerd. Shame about the follow-up shot. Finally get all the shit installed and ready for this cable that comes the next day. So the cable comes the next day, and after piddling about for about 15 minutes, I finally get it to connect and basically reset the airbag. Or the airbag light, sorry. And because this is a common problem, my dad says, oh yeah, it's fine, just go ahead and do it. But the main thing that I read is the fact that it says, warning, if this isn't done correctly, you may risk death or serious harm due to the fact that the airbag may not deploy. But as far as I know, it's been done correctly, and like there should be nothing wrong with the airbag now, because this is a common fault. It's been reset before, and hopefully it shouldn't... Medic, please. Hopefully it shouldn't be an issue in the near future. So that's sorted after about, I don't know, 4 to 6 hours, maybe 8 hours of my effort trying to get this stupid thing to work, where you can just pay about 48 quid to Mr. Garageman to come and fix it. Now this is an issue that's arose before. We paid the 48 quid, and I think it took about 6 to 9 months for the issue to crop up again. So, like, not an unreasonable amount of time, but not like a ridiculously long amount of time. So I suppose, oh, well, he's dead. So I suppose it's not really a bad thing that I managed to figure out how to do it after a long amount of time. But for 8 hours worth of effort or something similar to that, I'm like, come on now. That spy's still alive. Oh, no, he isn't. Rip. That spy went after him, but whatever. It works for me. Sentry, sentry, learn to target. Priorities and all that. I know the sentry bus is coming to kill you and everything, but come on. Be a smart guy. That's a late jump, whatever. But yeah, TLDL, aka Too Long Didn't Listen. Airbag on sister's car was bust. Common problem on Fiat Puntos. Spent 4 to 6 hours trying to fix it, even though I had the wrong lead, and I spent most of my evening one night after work, which is great because I fucking hate work at the moment, trying to fix it. So yeah, that's my story regarding my sister's airbag. That was great. We can talk about why I'm not playing TF2 as well. That's a fucking bloody teleporter uses. This is why I don't play TF2, because the fucking people take the teleporter and it breaks. Right. So, yeah. That's what I've been doing. I've been playing Deus Ex Human Revolution. I've been playing a game called Evoland, which is cute enough. If you like your old-style Zeldas and stuff, and your Final Fantasies, you'll probably like it. It's a little bit slow-paced. The movement speed could do with being a little bit faster, but that's just one little minor gripe. Then it is a bit grindy. It's the sum of the parts and doesn't surpass either of them. So, basically, it's an okay Zelda / Final Fantasy combo that doesn't really top either of them. And if you're wondering, for point of reference, I've played every single Zelda game up until about the Phantom Hourglass, but I've played all of the console versions up until Twilight Princess, and I've played the Oracle games for the Game Boy Color and stuff like that. They were really good. I don't know if that's nostalgia talking or not, but they were really, really fun. They were sort of novel little games, and I replayed them a little while back, and actually did the final boss on it, because that god boss couldn't be accessed without link cable to your own game, which was kind of dumb. So you needed like 2 Game Boys and a link cable, which was stupid, but whatever. I managed to do it through the power of legitimate acquisition and the running of software that mimics such things as these. Sentry, please, you better stop tearing ass here. Thank you very much. Good deal. Stop juggling me, you asshole. Got another rogue engineer running off over there in that corner. Someone should be able to pick him up if they're paying attention, which they should be, but they're not. Essentially going to destroy the engineer is not. Oh, he's dead now. Great. Ugh, bits of shit in my mouth. Gross. Not literal food I ate earlier. What was I saying? I don't remember. Oh yeah, some of the parts. And I've played Final Fantasy 1 through 9. And that's about it, because 10's good, but I can't get to the end of it. It seems a little bit too cinematic-y for me. 11 was an online game. 12 was a weird thing on PS2 or 3, and I didn't play it. And 13, I did play and I completed, but I'm not playing any of the other ones after it, because fucking hell, 13 was dumb. I don't remember how the battle system worked exactly, but goddamn was it dumb. So, yeah, that was the end of my experience with Final Fantasy. Might play 15 when it comes out. Don't know, undecided. Undecided. In no rush. Too long to record. They are going to cap the gate at this rate, because my team is being a bunch of idiots. Just set up over here. It's fine by me. Camp it up. Engineer. In a nutshell. More down, man. I'll just rebuild this here. Just leave that there. It's fine. Don't worry about the gate. I got it covered. I got it covered. He's spouting them out now, so if I just rotate that, I should be able to help out. The money's all been collected from down there. Is that a... No, it's the dead man's flashing head. And he's dead. Rip in pepperoni. Rest in pasta. raping Pape. I don't know. I'm also watching Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That appeals to me because the humour is just absolutely ridiculous. It goes from 0 to like 300 in like half a second. Particularly liked the Gang Goes to Jihad, which is one of the more recent episodes where they basically unintentionally, spoiler alert, blow up a Jewish building that basically a Jewish person had bought a building next to them, and because of the planning permission on that building, the building was basically owned, or they basically owned most of the bar that they sort of operate out of, and because of that they had to get some way of stopping him and causing revenge. Originally, well, it ended with them throwing poop through the window, and because there was a gas leak in the building, the entire thing blew up. They also made a jihad tape to try and scare him off or something. I don't know what the logic was exactly. Well, fuck if I know. And they just were absolute idiots, and basically it culminated in them blowing up the guy's house. Oh shit, that's a fucking pyro who's very, very angry. Basically culminated in blowing up the guy's building next door and leaving the jihad tape behind. I don't know how the jihad tape got there exactly, because he put it in like his sweater after like watching it back to see if it was any good, and no, it wasn't any good. It was fucking terrible. And they basically ended up in a situation where the cops turn up and it's the end of the episode. So really, really dumb humour like that, that's like really quite controversial, but it's just kind of my kind of humour. Just stupid, irreverent shit. It reminds me a little bit of the thick of it, but not political. Like, just that level of ridiculousness where some terrible, terrible thing happens. You go into sort of a ridiculous response mode, and then you're getting chased down the street by a fucking pork chop as the bloody opposition leader. Oh, I'm tangenting so hard. But, yeah, Netflix, go watch The Thick of It and Always Sunny if you want to know what the hell I'm talking about. The Thick of It's kind of like a less serious parody of UK politics. It's similar to House of Cards, except that it's the stupid version of House of Cards, whereas it's just funny. It's basically the current Doctor Who swearing his ass off as the basically the guy who sort of rallies people to think the way the Prime Minister thinks, known as the Whip, aka Crack the Whip. Yeah, it's just a really goofy TV show I watched a little while ago, and sort of you've got to kind of like political humour for it to make sense to you, but that's just sort of the guy I am. I do like my politics, I like my business, I like my sort of my analytical sort of humour. Which that isn't, it's just kind of goofy political comedy. But it's sort of right up my alley just because I like the whole ridiculousness that the Tories have got us in at the moment. Tories is the Conservative Party in the country. That's kind of a slang name for them. And obviously, as I'm sure you're all aware, there's a nice little Brexit going on right now. Tea and Brexit. Like, a nice little cup of tea and a bit of Brexit for... Oh yes, delicious. Oh, I mean, that would be grand. Delicious little Brexit. Oh my god, don't kick the heavy. Why are we struggling? We're not. Cough. Don't be such a bunch of meanies. But yeah, basically we left the European Union and... oh, you fucking meanies. Oh, I voted against. Good deal. Oh, I biffed it. I'll just go the long way around. Basically, we left the EU because people thought it might get rid of immigration, or maybe I'm an idiot and maybe there are actually good justifiable reasons for it. Maybe people thought that we're putting... they thought that putting money into the EU wasn't acceptable for getting money out of the EU. Which, whilst we don't make quite as... There's a fly in my room. Whilst we don't make quite as much back as we put in, so fucking what? We're trying to benefit the countries that are in sort of the EU and just help them out. There is a problem with immigration in the UK at the moment, but fucking, what are you going to do about it, really? It's not going to matter if we're in the EU or out of the EU. There's no control over it anyway. Like, I don't know. That's a big old shitstorm. Do we really want to get into a big old shitstorm? Do we really want to get into a big old shitstorm about the EU? Because it's not a fucking fun place to be in. Like, we've voted, it's ogre. until it goes to Parliament and they have to vote on it because no one has enough power for... no one in the UK, or not the single Prime Minister, should be able to put in place Article 50, which is the treaty to basically leave the EU. So it'll go to Parliament, and then there's quite a lot of Remain MPs in Parliament, so it's a case of what's going to happen when it gets there. Are they going to go against the constituent and piss off the other 16 million voters, or are they going to go with the current vote and... Well, yeah, they're going to go with the people who voted leave and piss off the other 16 million, or are they going to go with the people who voted to stay and piss off the other 17 million? Now, law of averages say that they're going to vote for leave because it's to do with... It basically holds true to what the voters wanted. But the downside to that is that 16 other million people voted to stay, and because we did that, you kind of end up in a situation where no matter what you do, you're going to lose. Because any party that votes either way and sort of swings the vote is going to be in a situation of potential political suicide. Because you're basically going, oh, we don't care about the opinion of 49% of the country or 51% of the country. It's like, great, good job, good job. It's just a shit situation that we shouldn't even be in the first place, but David Cameron went, oh, I need to protect my integrity, so let's fucking have a little vote on it, because that's a good idea. Then you end up in a situation where you've got you've got Scotland talking about leaving, you've got the bloody Irish talking about reunifying the fucking nation, which is absolutely bloody hilarious to me. The idea that it took us breaking up with the EU to like recombine Northern Ireland and Ireland, which have been split for not split but divided for God knows how long because of the Catholic and Protestant faith. Sorry, not fate. It's a fucking celebration. Catholic faith. Probably other fates. Fates for the faith. How's about that? But yeah, it's just hilarious the idea that Ireland, which has been divided for a decent amount of time, is going to split up. Oh, sorry, it's been divided for a long time. And I don't know when they officially split into Ireland and Northern Ireland. I think must have been about 60s or 70s or something like that. And the idea that 40 years down the line, because we're leaving the EU and they want to stay, they're more than happy to sort of discuss rejoining. And I think the most hilarious thing is that supposedly the UK government weighed in and said, now that's not going to happen, because technically I think they have control over Ireland. So they just kind of went, nah, that's not going to happen. And I'm just like... oh, Northern Ireland, sorry. They have control over it. So they're just like, nah, that's going to happen. I'm just like, do you really have a say in this when it's their country and... kind of because we voted so stupidly they want to leave? Are we going to deny them the right to do that? I very much doubt it somehow. That's a good excuse to sort another civil war. And do we really want to restation troops back in Ireland? Because fuck no if we do. This is a nasty stage of the wave at the moment. Due to the fact that no one knows how to deal with demonites apparently. Well, luckily my sentry is going to keep me safe because I'm just going to bitch it up here. And no one can hit me. Ha ha ha. Still on one knight. He's dead anyway. Hooray! Sentry busters. I don't know. It's a big old shit show and everything's up in the air. Especially for people who are living outside the EU and are British citizens originally and may have to return. And people are like, do we have to return? Are we gonna... Is this gonna be something that we used to... people are talking about using them as sort of... what's the word? Bargaining chips. Are we going to force the EU to amend their sort of rules on us because they won't agree to basically bow to the rules and say, look, if you don't do this, we're going to take away these 2 million citizens back, or we're not going to take these 2 million citizens back, and basically screw you over because we don't want to... is this gate really going to get capped because the soldier's an idiot? Guy can't aim for shit. So... yeah, it's kind of a shit situation where you've got to try and decide whether... oh, you absolute asshole soldier. Decide whether... you know, you can't do that. It's people's lives. There's 2 million of them. You can't just use them as sort of bargaining chips to try and get out of certain trade deals you don't like. And the problem is that we want access to the free market. And then, because we want access to the free market, we've got to have free movement of people, which makes sense. But... Now we're just back in the EU again. What's the point of ever leaving in the first place? We're going to try that shit. It doesn't work. Right, let me wrangle this real quick so you can... There you go. It's just... I don't know. It's just a shit show. Shit show all around. Now we've got the bloody... Do I really want to rant about politics? Is this where this is going? I think it is, because this is the only sort of thing I want to talk about at the moment, due to the fact that TF2 is basically updateless and there's very little to be said about it. What are you doing, Sentry Buster? You're such a dumbass. He saws in medic. No, good deal. Just the Conservative leadership vote. It's between fucking I want to ban all access to the internet, Theresa May. Michael, look at me in my House of Cards knife Gove, who is basically education Satan and hates teachers. Who else is there? A Scottish-born... Fucking stop. A Scottish-born Welsh MP who, I believe, don't quote me on this, may have made some homophobic slurs at one point or another because he was asked to clarify, or he was asked to... It was queried regarding any sort of insult he made way back when. I don't know when this was exactly, but that's what I read. Sort of as a side note. And just fucking... Takes more than two votes to actually stop someone from being kicked, you know. And whoopee fucking do, we've got a demo with 150,000 damage. Why does it matter what he does? Like, really?
It's Empire. Only played by the medic and the demo. What the fuck you are thinking about?
Yeah. Please do kick me. Do me a favour. El Loco de Pulo la do. You do realise you're carrying no matter what you do here because you've got 1 million tours. I want to see what his response is here, that's why I'm just being quiet.
Okay, well, never mind. We will finish this map longer.
Whatever. Saginaw was first, but who cares? Just idiot fortress. So yeah, like, it's a sad day when you don't have any reason to be happy why David Cameron's resigned. Now, I can never really admit to being a Labour supporter either, just because of the simple fact that, for fuck's sake, the last Labour Prime Minister was Gordon Bloody Brown. And you've got fucking Jereza Corbyn, who is basically Communist Corbyn. Which there's nothing wrong with, it's just that no one's going to vote for him. He's basically the Bernie Sanders of the UK. It just doesn't work. There's no viability in him whatsoever. Like, it's good he sticks to his principles and everything. I saw a picture of him being very sad riding on a bus. Like, great, but he's never going to win. And it doesn't matter that he's not a power-hungry sort of egomaniac like every other politician is, but... I'll kiss my ass, dude! I don't give a shit what you think and your 1,000 tours and your fancy fucking scorches flames. No, not you, the demo man who's salty about me keeping you in here. Because you have one tour, you don't know what you're doing, and he's mad because, I've got 1 million tours, you must be played perfectly. Fucking stupid bastard. What's his fucking beef? Like, who gives a fuck? We're never gonna struggle with this, honestly. Come on. Oh, you sneaky spy. Sentry, please. That's wrangle time. Half an hour. Like, why does it matter what I'm doing right now? I came in here to do some casual bullshit and talk about whatever I wanted, which is what I've been doing until these idiots decided it was a big fucking deal that we're keeping a 1 tour heavy in here. Fucking whoopee. So what if he's eating the black box rockets? We're already doing 1 million damage to these guys. Who gives a shit? I'm dealing with the spies on my own. I don't even need help. You know, fucking, what do you want from me? That was the last one. Probably being a stupid idiot down there. I'm gonna backstab the demo man and I'm gonna light him. Really? You're gonna sap the dispenser? That's just obnoxious. Yeah, shut up, you big baby. Shut up, the lot of you. Anyway. So, yeah. Sad day when Tory leadership turns into why can't Boris Johnson be running, or I miss David Cameron. What is this country? It makes me sad. I don't know what happened. Like, maybe I got lost on the way to Scotland or something. So where I'll be at the moment. At this point. Hello, Delman. Manual movement. Ooh, that was dangerous. I've got blast resistance, I don't really give a shit, actually. Where's this last spy? Probably hanging out down there, being a dick or something. Oh, he's dead anyway. Sentry, please stop shooting me. Piece of shit. Just gonna pull it up here, I think. But yeah, I don't know, it's just politics at the moment makes me sad. So does business, due to the fact that the pound is worth no more than the piece of golden cheese or whatever the hell it's made out of is printed on. Like, what was it, 1985 values? That's what it's currently at. When your currency drops to below 1985 values and you're still sticking to the idea that the Brexit's a good idea, that's really not sort of a situation I want to be in. I'm just going to pull this, I think I've got enough metal for it. If the fucking whatchamacallit reg would work out for me. And where's the spy at? Probably creeping around the dispenser or something. I'm being stupid in general. What kind of 1,000-ton dumb man doesn't know how to get the spy stick behind the A-gate? What a scrib. Fucking really. Hey, he's still behind the A-gate. What an idiot. I don't even know why he's over there. Oh well. Hopefully he'll stay there. Sorry, Med. I'll just literally like, let you get hits in, but whatever. The spy can stay over there, I'm not going to kill him. Just going to laugh at him. I don't know how you do that. I have no idea. I know it's perfectly possible, because I know people who've sort of done it intentionally. But I don't know how you do it. I don't care to learn either, because it's an exploit. And I'm not really fond of exploits. I know how to get rid of the sentry buster. I can make it dance in a corner by just basically letting it... I can't remember, I think using the building upgrade canteen while carrying a sentry or something stupid like that. I don't remember how it works exactly. Because, why exploit, you know? Hey, there you are. You piece of shit. That time you showed up. Did you miss me? Yeah, I'll block in a second when that sentry buster buggers off. Although I probably won't need to, because you'll just detonate and kill them all. I'm better getting saws in here, because I'll just dance around for a bit if he wants me to. He's got it in. Just wanna dance the night away. Yeah, but the political situation and business situation in the UK currently depresses the shit out of me, so fuck that. Fuck that nonsense for now. Whatever, man. My god, like 340 kills. No, because I'm using the wrong wrench for that. Oh well. Ooh, you're gonna kick me? You're gonna kick me like a big baby.
Out of my way! Out of my way!
Oh, let's add this fucking asshole. Well, you know exactly how that was going to end. We were going to win. It would have been no effort whatsoever. But that guy was a fucking cunt because he had 1,000,000 tours and thought he was fucking cool. Oh, looks like I'm the one with all the tours now. Guess I get to vote kick whoever I like. Oh yes, darling. Oh, I've got all of the tours. Look at me, I'm the fucking elitist now. I can just kick this stupid scalp when he misses $4. That'll teach him. I'll teach you for not using the brass beast like a good little heavy instead of regular minigun. You idiot. Does so much more damage. I'll see you on wave 6 when I can actually fucking care about this again. Back in a minute or something. It'll be less than a minute. It'll be a second for you. Bye! Goodbye! Fucking kick me, you asshole. A man forgets to actually start his recording, and man was too busy listening to Alice in Chains and forgot it was the 6th wave. Rain when I die, motherfuckers. Rain when I die. Good shit. I get the joy of editing this for about 40 minutes whilst I splice up the splice this ending onto the other ending and get the ending that you deserved. Not the ending you got, which was I got kicked. It was very sad. Engineer screwed up big time. It's been a pretty casual game. By that I mean there's a fucking moth in on my bloody room touching me. It's touching me. Deal with the Texas toy makers here. That's why I'm using the beggars. I'm not very good with it, but it's the best subquotes MVM weapon. So, air quotes. Sorry, not subquotes. I don't even know what subquotes are. Quotes from your subscribers. That's what they are. Subquotes. Hashtag subquotes. I don't do Twitter. Eat shit, nerd, beggars. There's a sentry. Fucking shit, man. I dealt with it, good deal. Hey, you got a box, and some other boxes that aren't opened. And I got the thing from Deus Ex, which I'm actually quite enjoying using. The Diamondback. It's rather good. My arms hurt. Not everything hurts, actually. Anyway, thank you very much for watching the end of MVM. Hope you enjoyed me hiccuping and winning the video game. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I should probably ended it on the salty man. Bye.